So they don't invent numbers. They survey 629,000 work sites every month using the same standardized process they've used for decades, the same methodology under Republicans and Democrats. So here's how it works. BLS collects data for 9 to 15 days. Some businesses do report late. They're busy. They got things going on. They keep accepting information for 2 more months and update the numbers as better data comes in. This isn't manipulation. This is just how statistics work. It's how we've tracked economic reality for the last 150 years. You know who does manipulate economic data? Russia, Venezuela, China, countries where the leader decides what reality looks like and fires anyone who disagrees. The US is known for statistical integrity. Other countries trust our data because it's independent from political pressure. Businesses make billion-dollar decisions based on BLS reports, but Trump just torched that reputation because he didn't like what the thermometer said when he had a fever. Look, this isn't happening in isolation. We've seen this playbook before. Elections, the voting is rigged, courts, judges are corrupt. Now statistics, the numbers are fake. It's always the same move. Undermine any institution that doesn't tell you what you want to hear, then claim you're the only source of truth. And it's working. BLS employees are telling reporters there's shock across the bureau and fear they'll appoint someone who will tell them that they can't even do their jobs. Career economists, people who have spent their lives measuring reality, are now terrified they'll be next if they report something inconvenient. Oh, and Trump's budget also calls for cutting the BLS staff by 8%. So he's not just firing the boss, he's going to try to gut the whole operation. Fewer staff is only going to mean less accurate data. Less accurate data means more uncertainty. More uncertainty means markets panic and businesses can't plan. Wonder how that's going to affect the job numbers. So every time a leader decides reality is whatever they say it is, the economy gets destroyed. Venezuela, Argentina, Soviet Union, same pattern, same result. Because markets need truth to function, and truth doesn't give a shit about your feelings, Trump. So 6 months into Trump's second term, and we're seeing exactly what economists warned about. Cut benefits, people spend less, threaten massive tariffs, businesses pause hiring, attack government institutions, uncertainty skyrockets. You can't kick the economy in the ribs and then act shocked when it stops running smoothly. Businesses need predictable data to make decisions. When they can't trust the data because the president fires anyone with bad news, they stop investing. They stop hiring. The economy freezes. And the markets already responded. Dow dropped 542 points because investors understand what Trump, the genius businessman, apparently doesn't. You can't manage what you can't measure. And this was never about accuracy, it was about narrative control. Firing the BLS head sends a message to every agency head. Cross Trump and you're gone, even if you're right, especially if you're right. It's the same argument Trump used about the 2020 election. The numbers don't match my feelings, so they must be fake. And look, I get it. Nobody wants to admit their policies aren't working. But when you start firing people for telling the truth, you're not governing anymore. You're just protecting your ego at the country's expense. And here's what really pisses me off. The BLS measures jobs, inflations, wages, the numbers that determine whether families can afford rent or groceries. When these numbers become political weapons, everyone loses. Well, everybody except the guy who gets to pretend reality is whatever he says it is. And if this doesn't bother you, regardless of whether you voted for Trump or not, then I don't know what will. Because at the end of the day, the economy doesn't run on Twitter posts and rallies, it runs on truth. And truth just got fired for doing its job. So if this pissed you off as much as it should, hit that subscribe button because apparently in Trump's America, even math is now partisan, and somebody needs to keep track of these lies.
You built your throne on fake gold, fake stats, fake pride. Now the whole world's watching you crash from inside. Talk big, but your walls made of lies and tweets. I'm the voice of the people, bringing fire to the seats.